App is easy. You can now start a service request for graffiti, potholes, broken fire hydrants, damaged streets, and more issues with your smartphone. Just open.
Ma'am. Hmm? Yeah, yeah. No, she's here. They're all back there right now. I don't know. Some of them are back there. I don't know who's all back there. I haven't gone back there. Yeah, well, they'll be out here soon, I'm sure, right? They'll have to start. Oh, yeah, yeah. Miss my mouth.
Smells like coffee in here.
What? I didn't recognize you got a hat.
I had to for them. They didn't let me.
There we go. Yeah, I think they brewed up a lot of coffee in there.
Yeah.
So the aroma comes out here.
Gotta stay away.
Yes.
Wear blue days at 6. Just different got the message.
No.
The mayor asked the council.
Are you blue?
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, it's a good thing I'm not on camera. That's all right. All right, got my room.
Put a blue shield on the lights out there,
Oh, nice.
on the sign.
Yeah, the monument sign.
Yeah.
Those the ones in the Bandera Road.
Yeah, it's kind of a shield, like a plastic that would fit over the light.
Okay, yeah.
But
Is
we
there
didn't
only
do, we didn't do the ones in front of the building, just the
Yeah.
sign.
is there only like one spotlight in front of those monument
I
signs?
think there's 2.
There's 2. Oh
Yeah.
man, I thought there was maybe 3. Do red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
That would have been cool.
we're gonna try to, I talked to Sean about what you were saying, and
Uh-huh.
we're gonna try to do the red, white, and blue on the bridge.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. On the American Legion Audie Murphy Bridge.
Well, on that Evers Road,
Evers
the
Road,
bridge,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's, like right now it lights up and it's kind of like multicolored,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a way to go in and reconfigure, like you can do different colors. but
Cool.
We haven't figured it out, or
Yeah.
we've never, since we built the bridge, we've always just left it the way it is, you know, the
Yeah.
multicolor.
Yeah.
So, but apparently you can change it up, so he's gonna get the book and study up on it, how to do it.
Cool. Hello. How are you?
Hello, wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know we always usually put like those bunting on the bridge too,
Yeah.
the flag bunting and stuff like that. So I
never
was
heard
looking at
back
getting
from
new ones.
TxDOT
You never heard back from CPS or textile?
or CPS.
Yeah.
Follow up.
Yeah.
They were asking us about it, but then I just never. Or TxDOT was.
Right? Hey, we tried asking ahead of time.
Yeah. They won't
Well, those ones are commercial grade, so they're rated, right? And the brackets are wind rated for up to like 95 miles an hour. And so
Yeah.
that's what I was really looking into. They want to put something up flimsy and then it fly off and it cause an accident or something, you know?
Yeah.
And so they're a little pricey. It's like $100 for the bracket plus about $75 or $80 for the flag.
Okay.
But I was just thinking like,
And they need to be on both sides, right?
yeah, like the entrance one, so there's one pole there, and then I was gonna count how many, I think there's like 5 of them or 6 of them, probably.
Yeah.
And so go
Coming
down
off the
Bandera.
flyover.
Mm-hmm, yeah, after the flyover.
Banners? They see other banners out there?
So, I just don't know if they'll allow it, cause I know we have a sign ordinance, and so some signage isn't allowed, and I thought maybe just a display, just that small little display
Yeah.
would be okay. No, I didn't think about really feather banners, yeah.
Pop it in, pop it out.
Pop it in, pop it out, yeah.
Not-
Yeah,
I mean, maybe later on.
right. I even thought about like maybe putting like 250 flags and maybe asking the Onion House if they'll let us put it there, since it's like right there off of Bandera.
Mhm.
The light over
Those
there.
banners.
Yeah.
First stop sign was at Bend.
I found a few
No,
that
it
we
was at
did.
Bend. Was it at Bend? No.
Yes, ma'am.
No, it was at Grove.
Oh, was
You would
it?
turn at Grove.
Now, I will say, when I was at Reese's house, I saw her
Yeah.
flying through, that's our new assistant public works director.
Oh,
That's Jesse. Let me get out of the way.
Oh, hi there.
How are you?
Hi, Mayor Riley.
I'm Jesse.
Oh, hi.
I'm doing this person.
Hi, how are you? Doing good, how are you?
Are you ready for the weekend?
Ready for the weekend, yes, rain or shine.
I know. At first, the mayor told us it wasn't gonna rain.
I know, she said, we're gonna have good weather.
I was like,
What
she
weather
jinxed
forecaster did
us.
she listen to? I'm not watching that channel anymore.
I was laughing. I was like, oh no.
We're gonna have to wear our galoshes.
Yeah,
Our rain hats.
something.
¿Qué pasó, Crystal? ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, bien,
All
gracias.
right.
With 80% chance of rain. Saturday.
And
The
all of our
majority-
space taken up inside.
Yeah.
But you know what,
Yeah.
when I looked at the app and it shows that it rained from 6 a.m., it's down, there's nothing. And then at noon, it goes up. So maybe it'll hold until 1.
You're the one who told us we were gonna have great weather. Remember that. I'm not gonna watch the channel that you watch.
It's my phone.
That's funny.
I'm a light person.
Oh, the light.
I'll find out exactly what the truck says. But it has a valley on it.
These lights? Yeah, I think.
Oh, sorry.
I just, okay, very good. Testing.
Are they not turning on?
It takes a while. Are they green?
Keep clicking. Yeah, that one's green.
There, okay, go back. There you go. That's fine. And then the back lights.
Right
Nope.
there.
They just need to be green. Just leave them.
They're not turning green.
Okay, just, that's fine, that's fine. And then the last one.
Would you say that? Please,
Not
thank you.
turning green.
There it goes.
I had your name here and I didn't. Okay, great.
So yeah, 2 light bulbs are out.
Oh, well.
Crystal,
Yes. How are you doing?
this is Extra Radio. I'm going to answer my email regarding the traffic at Peak there at Cherry. You know, if I can.
You sure can.
Thank you, ma'am.
I know Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Good evening and welcome to the City of Leon Valley City Council regular meeting. Today's Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026, and it's approximately 6 p.m. in the evening. And as you can see, all City Council members are present, and we do have a quorum. And I've asked Councilor Philip Campos to please lead us in the pledge. If you'll please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Agenda item number 2, the City Council shall meet in executive session to discuss the following. Pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.072, deliberations about real property to discuss the value of .552 acres of land, Lot 7, Dirt v. Murchison Hebner Subdivision, City of Leon Valley, Bexar County, Texas, also known as the Silo property. And so the council will reconvene into executive session. We will be back by 6:30, and it's approximately 6:01 as we move to executive session, and we stand in recess until then. Thank you.
Yes,
Just give me one.
You okay?
I just need to get rid of my dog.
Okay.
Just a little stick.
He's always concerned about
RC.
On GoToMeeting.
Sorry, I'm over here
It's
breathing. I
okay.
just smell
No,
like coffee.
I just didn't know if I'm in your way.
Testing, testing. Oh, sorry. Goodness.
Hey Kathy, how are you? Good.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Everything going all right?
Sarah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And on the bottom, who's the one with the television?
Yeah. Pretty mean, yeah.
Only the woman is using.
On a history.
Did he? Brian? Yep. Yeah. So he's on.
Except that.
Yep. How are you?
Good.
Good.
It's always like a sign. Seneca.
taking pictures.
On the state bid.
That's it. Which one?
Okay, maybe I'll say wait. Okay. As promised, we're back into executive session at 6:30. And our next agenda item is citizens to be heard. Are there any citizens in our chamber that would like to address the council? Please come forward. You have up to 3 minutes to speak. Yes, sir. Good evening and welcome.
Well, my name is Alejandro J. Vega III. I live at 6730 Chile, which is at the corner of Pepperwood and Cherryleaf. And the reason that I sent an email to Crystal regarding the traffic, we started noticing that in the new construction at the Post property, the latest one, that there appeared to be 2 roads going in, and they were not matching Cherryleaf. And it's obvious, and then she mentioned that there was a traffic study done. And obviously, a traffic study was flawed for different reasons. Our concern, my wife and I, our concern is not the traffic so much as the children that are coming out of school. We do not have kids or grandkids or great-grandkids attending the school. But what we notice in our neighborhood, which is Grass Valley, there's a lot of new young families have moved in. So now we see, which we hadn't seen for a while, young kids crossing. When you look at the traffic on Huebner, and you look at the time that the parents are dropping their kids off and picking them up, there's a long line that extends well by the Post property. The only way to slow the traffic down for the sake of the children is to put a regular traffic light, stop, go, that type of thing, where they have to stop or they have to slow down. Having flashing lights does not do anything, especially today when you look at the traffic on Bandera Road. People have forgotten how to drive. We see a lot of people running red lights or cutting across. And I would not want to see a traffic light put up there like in other places where they wait until there's a fatality. Then they either put barriers or whatever. I would hate to see a traffic light put there at Huebner and Cherryleaf because a child got killed. So that's our concern. It's as simple as that.
Well, thank you very much for your concern about the safety for the children. We appreciate it. We're not able to actually dialogue, but I know the manager, we are looking at the traffic, but after the subdivisions have been fully developed, which they're not yet.
I have one more question, maybe 2.
Sure, go ahead.
Since the traffic study was done, who paid for that traffic study?
The developer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The developer pays for it, but our engineers review it to make sure that.
He did not pay for it.
No, we normally don't pay for any unless we initiate the traffic
study. Who did the traffic study?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but our engineers, in order for the traffic study to go through, our engineers have to review their traffic study to accept their traffic study. Now, we do have a school crossing guard there, and you're absolutely right. I think with the new subdivision coming in, people started looking, may have come for the new subdivision and then said, you know what, let me go look in the older neighborhood. And so we have gotten some domino effect of people maybe not buying in the new subdivision. They're getting more for their money by buying in Grass Hill, buying in an older home. And so we are seeing that kind of domino effect, people looking at the new subdivisions but buying in your community and around. You know, the big thing for us is Huebner is a major thoroughfare, obviously, and so it's always been very contentious adding traffic traffic lights, and they're very, very expensive as well. And so I know that the council has taken a look at various traffic studies. Our engineers and everybody are telling us to wait till we have the impact that reflects the need. And so right now, we're mandating that with a school crossing guard. And so maybe I need to mandate 2 school crossing guards there to assist. So maybe that's something the council looks into, is hiring an additional crossing guard for right now. But I'm not in disagreement with you, like I said.
Thank you so much for thinking of the kids.
But thank you for your
Really
time.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Vega. All right. Anyone else like to? Ms. Hill, thank you and welcome. So glad you're here.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kathy Hill, and I live at 6326 Mary Jameson Street. And tonight, I'm here just to reiterate what I sent to you in an email this afternoon about the silos on Huebner Road, and encourage you to think about ways that we can try to keep those silos. They are iconic to Huebner Road. Everybody knows them. They're a landmark. I think they would be a benefit for anyone who wants to do anything with that property to keep them and to incorporate them into the design and make them a part of the selling package. We see that happening with other communities in San Antonio, right downtown, in the King William Southtown area. Instead of tearing down the silos along the San Antonio River, the developers kept the silos. It looks like they wrapped them in some kind of metal. But also, there are other examples as well. There's the community out towards Castroville where they named their neighborhood the Silos. So just asking you to, let's stick to our deep roots and big ideas and not sell ourselves short. We can do something special. We don't have to take the cheapest way out of every solution or every problem.
Thank you for those comments. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Anyone else like to address the council at this time? Okay. Seeing no one else, we will go to agenda item number 5, possible action on issues discussed in executive session if necessary. And we are going to reconvene an executive session at the end of the city council meeting this evening. We just didn't have enough time to explore all the options. But thank you, Ms. Hill, for the input, and we'll certainly take it to heart. Okay. Moving then to agenda item number 6, 6.1, presentation of a proclamation, Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. And it says Annie Putney, and I'm so glad to see Bexar County Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores, who's not only a good friend, but we also serve on the MPO board together, is here this evening. So I'm so honored to be able to give you the proclamation. And so if you'll please come forward right here, we'll go from there.
Do I come to the podium?
She'll read the proclamation, and then she'll let you have to speak.
Okay, thank you.
How are you? I noticed that you called me, and it was one of those days.
It's okay, I know.
I said, I wonder why she called. So good to see you.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Our pleasure. Oh, thank you. All right. No,
Sorry to interrupt you.
Not at all, not at all. Okay. So you've got the same thing I've got. All right. Did everybody get one of these mailed to your
I think
house?
everybody, I have a budget. So
Okay.
sorry, not everybody.
Anyway, but I got one. So this, and I'll let you.
But I have one for all of the council.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Okay. If you'll hold this,
Okay.
that'd be great. Okay, thank you. All right.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna.
Okay, we're going to take, so Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores and I, like I said, serve on the MPO board together. And she has a story that I want her to share. And out of her story came a dedication of educating our citizenry in the county of the importance of getting regular colon screenings. And in fact, I just had a friend who had one, and they find something and they address it right away. So it's so very important. So let me read. We've dedicated the whole month of March as Colon Cancer Awareness Month.
And we're wearing blue today because that's the color. And I've asked the manager also to change some of the lighting, thank you to Public Works, to blue for the month of March as well, to keep this idea of educating in the forefront of our minds. So let me go ahead and read the proclamation. Whereas colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in the United States among men and women, in 2025, there were approximately 154,720 new cases and 52,900 deaths from colorectal cancer in the United States. And whereas early detection through routine screening has been proven to dramatically reduce the mortality rate of colon cancer, a colonoscopy is a procedure in which the entire colon can be visualized and precancerous polyps can be removed. According to the American College of Gastroenterology, cancer risk is reduced by 90% after colonoscopy and pulp removal. Colorectal cancer rates have increased in people under the age of 50, and the recommended age to begin colonoscopies was lowered to 45. The rates have even been increasing in young people, including those in their 20s and 30s. And whereas a healthy diet that includes vegetables, fruits, and whole grain, fiber, and is low in fats is associated with a lower risk of colon cancer. Avoiding tobacco and heavy alcohol use can decrease the risk of colorectal cancer. Regular physical activity and maintaining a normal body weight are beneficial as well. Whereas observing Colon Cancer Awareness Month during March provides a special opportunity to increase awareness and offer education on the importance of early detection and screening. The color blue is used to symbolize colon cancer awareness, and a number of community-led initiatives are working to spread the message that colon cancer is one of the few cancers that can be prevented with timely screenings. And whereas Bexar County calls upon residents to seek regular screenings and consult with healthcare providers and local organizations to support and participate in educational and preventive initiatives that will help reduce the incidence and mortality rates of colon cancer in Bexar County. Now, therefore, I, Chris Riley, Mayor, on behalf of the Leon Valley City Council, do hereby proclaim March 2026 as Colon Cancer Awareness Month, signed by my hand on the third day of March 2026. Mayor Chris Riley. Let's give the Bexar County and their leader, Rebecca Clay Flores, a round of applause for this initiative. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Did you want to just?
I do. I don't need a mic.
Oh, yeah, only I do. I've got a,
But,
okay, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Mayor Riley and members of the council.
We want to get a picture
Oh,
of
yeah,
you
we're
too.
gonna get a picture.
Okay, I'm going to give this to you.
Thank you so much.
You betcha.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, members of the audience, and to the council members. I'm Rebecca Clay Flores, Bexar County Commissioner of Precinct 1. And when I was running for my re-election at the end of 2024, knocking on doors and going back and forth, knowing something was wrong, going back and forth with doctors and treatments, I was diagnosed the Friday before early voting started for the November election with colon cancer. And since then, I was trying to find resources, only to find that there is an organization in town that solely focuses on colorectal cancer. And so as I was trying to come to grips with that as a Christian, I have said publicly that I did not choose colon cancer, but God has entrusted me with it. And this is a fruit of that labor to make sure that people know about it, because a lot of people don't know that you're supposed to get preventive colonoscopy at 45, and it has since become the #1 killer amongst cancers for people under 50. So it's really important. So we put together this whole month of events, and please take a drive downtown San Antonio. The skyline is lit in blue, and thank you so much for your efforts of Public Works It's something that's really, really important. Cancer is just becoming more rampant, different cancers, and this is one that is beatable and treatable if it's caught early enough. So thank you so much for your time. I know you guys have really important business, and this is part of what we're called to do as elected officials, I think, in preventative health. So thank you, and check your colon, because colonoscopy saves lives. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciate you being here. This is election night, so when I said, are you going to be here? She goes, oh, no, I forgot this is election night. So now I'm so glad.
I'm running over to
Thank you so much.
Judge Shabazz.
I really appreciate you coming.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking time to come. And thank you for wearing blue, y'all.
Lovely. Thank you. Try to get the message out.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, okay, all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, I got one.
Even have a pen. Okay. All right. All right. Agenda item number 7 is announcements by the mayor and city council. I want to thank my colleagues for wearing blue tonight and supporting increasing awareness of colon cancer, and Commissioner Rebecca Clay Flores for her initiative in turning a negative situation into a positive outreach in the community. Thank you. You bet. And I wanted to congratulate Regina Reed, our library director in Leon Valley. Can't remember why we were emailing. Oh, I know what it was. I was giving a donation to the library in honor of someone who had recently passed. I love to give, that as a living memorial so that a book lives on forever, right? Flowers die. So anyway, so she and I were kind of going back with addresses and phone numbers and stuff. And at the bottom of her email, it says, Cultivating Community Thriving Together, TLA 2026, Texas Library Association, Houston, March 29th to 31st. And it said speaker. And I'm like, said, Regina, what do tell me about that. And so she emailed me back and she said, thank you for asking. She's going to be a speaker on 2 sessions during that week, the last week of March. She's going to present From Colors to Code, Preschool to Teen Robotics Club in Your Public Library. That's the first one. And the second one is Leading Neurodivergent Staff with Empathy, Structure, and Flexibility. Wow. I just thought that was so cool. And then she said she's also going to do a TLA, Texas Library Association, webinar in May, and that is going to be titled Leading with Humanity, Compassionate Supervision in Libraries. Leading with Humanity, Compassionate Supervision in Libraries. So proud of her. So I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that, it's not every day that you're asked to speak at these state conventions. So that's awesome. And then, of course, Earthwise Living, rain or shine, we've got 80% rain on Saturday, and it hasn't rained in years. It hasn't rained in a long time, but as far as Earthwise Living, we've always had beautiful days. So anyway, but we're going to make it work, and I just wanted to thank my colleagues. If you could be there a little bit before 9 a.m., we kick it off. I'd love to introduce you to our citizenry. And I believe if he can make it, Senator Menendez said he would try to also do a welcome after that. But I wanted to thank not only my colleagues for their support and the citizens, of course, but the Earthwise Living team. We have Chair Ana Campos and Vice Chair Letty Carrion, and then we have I think we have a really, really good committee. We have about 10 people, and they're all enthusiastic, and I don't have everybody's name, and I don't want to miss anybody, but anyway, we'll all be there on Saturday, and we hope to see you there. And that's all I've got right now. If anybody else would like to share something, yes, Counselor.
Campos.
Thank you, Mayor.
You bet.
I just want to thank all the Leon Valley city staff for all their hard work. Every day, day in, day out, first responders, helping the community, as well as Public Works and the Water Department, the construction area. I want to thank all the members. I'd like to invite my colleagues, we're going to go into a budget season, and if you haven't toured the library, Regina would love to give you a tour of it. I had a tour of it the other day when we were taking up the letter of support. And it was it was an eye-opener for me. And if you go to the city manager's report and you look at all the programs that are listed here, from here to here, I'm telling you, we have an excellent library, and we truly need to support them during this next budget cycle.
And they constantly get an award every year for their efforts, so it shows, it really does. I forgot to add one thing on this coming Thursday to my colleagues. I know I've asked the Public Works to be there and the city staff, but the new Alamo Area Metropolitan Planning Director, Brendan Wheeler, will be here at 8:30 in the morning for coffee and just to meet the staff. And so y'all are invited to come this coming Thursday, March the 5th, and we'll be, I'm not sure where, but we'll be here in the chambers or on one of the conferences, and just have a cup of coffee and a piece of banana bread I'm going to make and bring. So if you could make it, come, and I'm hoping, David, that we can show him, Bandera Road. He could put his eyes on it, and anything else that he needs to look at too as well. So anyway, he has taken over for Sid Martinez, who was our MPO director for 20 years. So this is a big change, but I think it's going to be good, very positive. Okay, anyone else? Yes, Councilor Mersch.
I just want to commend Public Works for all of the mulching that's going on in the park and the near Post Road. It's just incredible how much it's helping the situation, and the mulching that you've done around all the trees. If you want to come to my house, I would love to have you, because the mulch looks wonderful. So I really appreciate taking all those dead branches off the ground and getting them mulched. That's amazing.
Yes, Councilor Heil.
One of my neighbors fell last week, and she really injured her hip and her knee. She tripped on a sidewalk that was elevated. Yeah. And as soon as she showed me what happened, I called David, and that afternoon they were out there to fix it. And she was so appreciative. I mean, she couldn't say enough. I don't know if she came out to talk to you or not, but she was certainly happy. And I'm so glad she wasn't hurt. She could have really been hurt. She's a senior citizen. Mm-hmm. So thank you for helping her out.
Well, just to continue with the Public Works, we've got to thank you for helping us set up for Earthwise on Thursday and Friday, and then taking down on Saturday. So couldn't do without the Public Works, that's for sure. So thank you. All right, anyone else? All right, well then we'll move on to the City Manager's report. Dr. Caldera.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Sorry I sent you the report a little late this afternoon. We were in interviews the last couple of days, so I was a little behind. I did want to make note, though, that we did figure out what the noise is at the silos. It is the pump pulling up, I'm saying this uneloquently, but pulling up water, and so it does make a squealing noise. David, myself, and Mr. Cerna. Yes. I'm sorry. Let me introduce our new Assistant Public Works Director, Jesse Cerna. Jesse.
Mr. Cerna, come on up. Yes, thank you. We're so glad you're here. Would you like to just say a little bit about where you came from, and we're glad you're here.
Thank you, Council.
Yes, sir.
City Manager, Mayor. Yes, a little bit of background on myself. I did 26 years with the City of San Antonio. I retired from there.
Okay.
Went to work for the City of Chavano Park. Did roughly about 6 years with them. And I now took a role here with Leon Valley. Have extensive background within Public Works, and I'm pleased to be here.
Okay, well, thank you. Welcome.
With that being said, we're working on a project to maybe do some well houses or something to minimize that noise there. So we'll be bringing that to you either during the budget process or over the next couple of months. Lastly, I know there were some complaints from Ms. Joseph in regards to code. Code is actively working on them. The question did come up, how many warnings does somebody get before a citation is issued? They get their 10 days, and then if they comply though, then they're compliant. And so if they re-violate, you have to re-report. And sometimes you'll have somebody that will be really good for a little while. You have to continue to report every time they're in violation. Sometimes we'll issue a citation, the judge will deem them in compliance. You know, they may pay a small court fee, but then they'll re-violate. And so you may live next to a neighbor that has 20 years and then, you know, off and on violates the code. You have to continue to report. It's not something that one time you say this address, then forever they're on some magical list that, you know, they continue to get cited. It doesn't work that way. So just as a friendly reminder for that, I did want to make note that our short-term rental kind of citations that were issued and warnings that we issued had people actually come in. So we've increased the number of registrants that have come in to roughly 18. So we've gone from 8 to 14 to now 18. So we are seeing a little bit of an impact. Those that haven't, citations have been issued. They will enter court. Some of them, though, aren't coming to court until June, so it is a little bit longer. But we do have them entering the court system over the next few months. The signs. The other big one was the signs that came up during the town hall meeting. Everybody received warnings. About 16 violations went out. They have 30 days to comply. After the 30-day non-compliance or a plan to get their sign fixed, we will start issuing citations for those as well.
Okay.
That concludes my city manager's report.
Very good, thank you. Moving to the consent agenda, I believe, Dr. Caldera, we will need to remove 9.3 for further discussion at the next city council. Go ahead.
I'm going to request a postponement, but it's still up to council what y'all want to do. Like, I can't do the postponement.
Okay, so we'll approve 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Well, somebody
as
has to
presented?
officially pull agenda item number 1.
Okay,
So you need a
very
first
good.
and a second and a vote.
Okay, very good. Go ahead. Counselor Campos.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we pull 9.3 regarding amending Chapter 11 taxation, Article 11.05 on short-term rental occupancy tax.
Do you want to postpone it to a date certain or just postpone it?
Postpone it to the next meeting.
To the next meeting? Okay, very good. I just wanted to be sure. Do I have a second?
Second.
Yes, I have a motion by Counselor Campos and a second by Counselor Orozco to postpone 9.3 to the next city council meeting, which is March 17th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion does carry. Thank you. Now, if I could please have unless anyone else wants to pull 9.1, 2, 4, or 5 for discussion, may I have a motion and a second to approve?
I so move.
Okay.
I second.
All right. We have a motion by Counselor Orozco and a second by Counselor Murch to approve consent agenda item 9.1, 2, 4, and 5 as presented. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion does carry. Then we move then to the regular agenda item 10.1. Presentation. We do have a public hearing this evening and discussion of approving a specific use permit request to allow a drive-through coffee shop in a B2 retail district on approximately 0.44 acre tract of land located at the northeast corner of Bandura Hebner Road, and more specifically described as Lot 10, CB 4446G, Clear Creek Village Subdivision, Unit 2. Now, this is our first read, so we will not vote on it tonight, but we'll decide if we want to put it in the consent agenda or not for the next meeting. And we have our Planning and Zoning Director, Michael Gallardo, here this evening to present. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Council, Mayor.
Yes, we're glad you're here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we're here to approve, like you said, we're not voting, but we're going to approve a specific use permit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the question is for City Council, if you'll allow that in the B2 section of our zoning map. Obviously, your options are to approve, deny, or other. So my declaration is that the SUP is compatible with the surrounding areas, and we'll see that in some of the future slides. So again, as I mentioned, the property is zone B2. It's approximately going to be a building of about 510 to about 520 square feet. The property was platted back in 2003, so there were some stipulations along with that platting. So these stipulations are physically on the plat itself. So the first one is that lots 8, 9, and 10, 10 being the one in question for us, right? But all three are going to share the parking lot. So there's a parking lot that they're going to share. All three are going to have common ingress and egress off of Bandera Road and Huebner Road. All three lots will allow drainage to flow through all three lots towards the frontage of Bandera Road, where there's actually a swell there. So the best way that I can explain this and for you all to look at this is that collectively, these addresses or these lots back up into a residential area. And I'll explain that a little bit further right now. So which brings us to the reason why we're here, right? As I mentioned, all three lots collectively are going to share the parking lot, are going to share the drainage patterns, they're going to share, collectively against, they're going to also abut to the residential area, right? Which is the purpose as to why we're here. So if you look at Lot 10, it kind of fronts Bandera Road and Huebner Road. But as I stated earlier, Lot 8 and 9 are pretty much part of the package. So this is I'm sorry about that. Go back. This is an aerial view there. So don't get confused there, because if you look at that white patch inside the red lines, that's actually concrete. It's not a building. It kind of looks like a building from the aerial view. But surrounding the Lot 10, you're going to look at, it's pretty much surrounded all by B2. But if you look at the very back end there, there's Villas of Leon Valley, which is a retirement district. So again, if you consider what I said earlier, collectively they back up into that area. Well, that's why we're bringing it before council for a specific use permit. But one of the things that it does do is flow with what our master plan says currently. B2 obviously encourages retail. The applicant also will be required to meet the setbacks and separation requirements from the residential piece that we just discussed, right? So currently, the property does comply with our code, and that includes setbacks, fencing, signage, and lighting regulations. Obviously, a building permit will be required prior to construction. So we sent out 6 letters, which surrounded the property with no response. So the fiscal impact is that the applicant has paid for the process of getting the SUP before you, and also the development will add ad valorem property taxes. We also have the applicant online, or I'm sorry, he's zoomed in, I guess. His name is Riley Enright. If you all have any additional questions for him.
I'm sorry, his name was Riley.
Riley Enright.
Enright, okay. Riley Enright. All right, thank you so much, appreciate that. Are there any questions from the council to either Mr. Gallardo or Riley Enright? And if not, then we will open up a public hearing as well. So I do need to do that. Yes, Councilor Marsh.
I think my main concern is not that it's backing up to the residential area, but more the impact on traffic at that corner. If it's at the very front corner at Bandera and Huebner, even though it's going to be trying to get into the line of traffic on Huebner or trying to get out onto Bandera, I know we have the Annie Ann's there with the drive-through, but it just strikes me that a drive-through right there at the corner might prove to be a little more challenging in terms of the traffic patterns to get out into the red light line or whatever. Yeah.
You'll need to raise your hand if
That's
you'd
not
like to
our-
speak.
That's not
Yes,
ours to
thank
think
you.
about.
Yeah, so I
Go
mean,
ahead.
so when you're looking at, that's why they want to be there. It's the traffic patterns, right? Like 80,000 cars are going through there. They're picking that location because it is at the corner. And so we're hoping the way that the traffic flow for the drive-through is that it would go into the parking lot. Like they're picking a location with a large parking lot. So that's, if they do it right and they have people out there to be able, like Whataburger, right? Everybody was concerned that Whataburger was going to have the same impact at the corner of Bandera and Huebner on the opposite side. Same thing with Raising Cane's, same thing with Starbucks. That's all on, it's literally catty corner. So the same problems that you think are going to exist there exist right across the street. And so when you're looking at traffic flow and traffic patterns, they are going to have, if you've ever tried to get out of Starbucks at certain times of the day, I count to 3 and just go, So yes, it's probably going to be a little bit problematic, but it's up to them to not impact traffic, right? Their line shouldn't go out to Bandera. It's a state highway, and they shouldn't be going out to Huebner. They should be able to control it in the parking lot.
Okay. Yes, Counselor Heil.
Did you say it's just drive-through?
Correct.
Okay,
So
thank
there's
you.
no seating or anything allowed, other than just, you're just passing through. So that kind of helps with the parking circumstances. Remember that they share the parking lot, so there's not going to be a lot of additional parking or none of that's going to be utilized. It's strictly drive-through.
Thank you.
No walk-up windows or anything like that either.
And Mr. Gallardo, would you clarify what's the traffic pattern going to be? Off of Bandera Road and around and back to Bandera? Or is there going to be a Huebner?
So you would enter to Huebner, and you
Huebner?
would circle towards Bandera and
Okay.
around that.
Okay, so you can't enter on Bandera Road?
Well, you can,
could?
but you would have to loop behind the.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
you could, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, anyone else? All right, thank you. We do have a public hearing on this SUP, and it's approximately 7:07 on Tuesday, March the 3rd. And do we have anyone in our chambers that would like to address the council at this time on this issue? I see no one. I do see one person who said no. Thank you. And I'll go ahead and close the public hearing at 7:07 as well. All right. And if there's no other questions, then what is the pleasure of the council on this agenda item? Yes, Mr. Campos.
And then to my colleagues to put it on consent agenda.
Okay, on the consent agenda? Okay, very good. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Gallardo, and I believe you're up for the second one, 10.2, and we are able to vote on this agenda item. Discussion and possible action on the approval of extending the contractual services with My Government Online, MGO. And welcome back, Mr. Gallardo, appreciate it.
Okay. So as you mentioned, council is being asked to consider an extension to the contractual services between the city of Leon Valley and MGO. So obviously your options are for approval, denial, or other. So my declaration is that the permitting software basically really aligns well with the department's needs right now. So again, the purpose being whether or not, the city council will allow us to extend the My Government Online contract for 3 more years. A little bit of background on this. The city of Leon Valley took in what was back then called My Permit Now in 2019. So this is a contract that the city entered. One of the things I like to mention is that South Central Planning and Development Commission is the company that spearheads My Government Online. And one of the things that makes My Government Online, I guess, attractive to municipalities our size is that that commission caters to like municipalities that are our size and our budgets and things of that nature.
Okay.
Over the years, I've done extensive research bringing in permitting software, and I noticed that hands-on, I think MGO is really good software for cities our size. In 2024, the city added on a module for My Government Online. So it's a document module which allows applicants and staff to basically submit plans, PDFs, I mean, things of that nature, big bulky items into My Government Online on the cloud without any kind of restrictions, which is a good feature. Currently, it automatically renews in a year. It'll be due this April. So I just wanted to bring that point up to you. So some more background on this. I mean, we obviously use it for all our permits and licenses. Some of the great features about it are that, you know, inspections are in real time, meaning that if you're a contractor, let's say you're in San Antonio working on the project, but you have an inspection here in Leon Valley, then you're able to bring that up on your tablet or phone or whatever app you're using and determine whether or not your inspection in Leon Valley passed, you know. So it is in real time, which is an awesome feature, you know, because I came from a municipality that actually used, you know, paper reports for inspections, and this is just so much a better way to streamline, and it's a lot faster. So some of the things that we do feel that are really important with My Government Online is that you know, we're able to modify that. You know, if an ordinance passes where we have to raise the price on a permit or lower the price, or we delete a permit, we have a representative that's on call and assigned to us, and we're able to do things like that pretty fast, you know. I mean, within, you know, 24 hours, we're able to get a response. So it's also used by a lot of our vendors, you know, our city official, our city engineers, our staff, meaning our fire marshal, our health inspector, all has access to that. Again, as I mentioned earlier, unlimited storage capacity. And lastly, like I said, they do provide a dedicated person to us, and we do get a response in a timely manner. So currently, the city has allocated about $15,000 for the contractual fees. The planning and zoning anticipates just using, you know, about $6,600. So currently, if you look at the chart on the bottom, in 2019, we used to pay $500 a month. Then we added the $50 document module. So that went up to $550 a month, which is about $6,600 annually. And one of the things that I'd also like to say is that, you know, typically when you work with a vendor, you have a 3 to 5 year threshold before they actually put out a new fee schedule. You know, we're looking at 7 years now where we haven't really changed. Now, I'm not standing up here saying that that's never going to change. But what I am saying is that it hasn't changed for the past 7 years.
I know.
So, you know, $6,600 a year is a pretty good deal, considering, you know, that the storage capacity, you're able to streamline, and then we have that tech support.
Yes, City Manager Caldera.
Yes, so one of the reasons we put the item on now is because the contract, of course, is getting ready to end. And so I can't just arbitrarily say, hey, I want to just extend contracts. I promised y'all at the very beginning that we would go out for all of our contracts, or as we could. But this is kind of our way of saying, hey, we want to stay with them. It's really taken us about 5 years with my permits now to get the flow right. The setup fees for some of these permitting softwares are really expensive. Going with Encode is anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 just with the installation and implementing of the new permitting software, and then just getting the flow, like for it to go. So when you get a permit for certificate of occupancy, it has to go to the fire department. The city engineer has to touch it. The other problem we were having in the planning and zoning department was finding documents, right? And so the reason that I liked the unlimited storage capacity, and this is something I started probably the first year that I was on, is Elizabeth started scanning in everything with every address. So every address was put in the software, and she scanned in everything associated with that address, like HEB, and so then we can shred those documents and free up space at the at the site where we store all of our documents. And it's all electronic, it's all tied to that address. And so every document that's associated with every Leon Valley address is being uploaded into My Permits Now. And I would say we're probably about 85 to 90% complete with getting all of that in there. We would have to start all over again if we went with another company. And so that's another big reason that I was requesting an extension versus going out.
And if I can kind of piggyback off of that, I think the other thing is timing is everything. So you're looking at 3 housing developments that are going on right now. So if you were to implement new software, you can see where that would be pretty chaotic at this time, so.
Okay. I just had a question. Why did we budget 15,000 when it hadn't gone up in 7 years?
So we always budget 15,000, or we budget a little bit more because you pay the 6,600, but every permit also costs a fee.
Okay.
And so normally what happens is that's paid through the development process. It's a wash for us, but we budget because it has to go out, but you receive that back into, like the developer comes in and has to pay their fees, it should be a wash. So even though we budget for it, they pay their fees, but our contractual fee with them is 6,600. And then every additional permit is X amount, but we get that back by the developer.
So then the excess will just go into the reserve fund at the end of the budget?
Any excess would, yes, if there's any money left over, everything.
Okay, very good. Anyone have a question, comment on this? Okay, yes, Counselor Heil.
So how much is a 3-year extension? So it's 19,000, 6,600 times 3?
Correct. So currently, that's what we pay a year,
Right.
so that's what we would.
Yeah, but they have.
We wouldn't change it.
Yes, so they could go up in fees. Of course, if they were up, there is always a termination clause. If they went up, like doubled their price or something, I of course would bring you back. But I would anticipate at some point, they're gonna start increasing by 2 to 3% as far as their fees are concerned. And we would address that during the budgetary process. But I do have if you look at the agreement, I have an out. I can always terminate. I just have to do it in writing. And we would investigate what that would look like.
Okay, very good. All right. Thank you, Mr. Gallardo. Are there any other questions? If not, what's the pleasure of the council on this agenda item?
I'd like to make a motion.
Yes, sir.
To pass regular agenda 10.2 as presented.
Okay.
I'd like to second
All right, thank you. We have a motion by Councilor Campos and a second by Councilor Mersch to approve Agenda 10.2 as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion does carry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that this permitting has been working so well. It's great. All right, moving then to 10.3, presentation, discussion, and possible action on City Council Chambers Technology Upgrade Project. And we have Crystal Miranda, our Community Relations Director, here this evening to present. Good evening and welcome.
Hi, good evening, Mayor, Council. So here to present the council chamber upgrade, technology upgrade. The question is, City Council is being asked to review and award the City Council Chamber Technology Project. You can either approve the request, deny, or other. It's at your discretion. Consider selecting a vendor to complete the City Council Chamber Technology Upgrade Capital Project. In August of 2024, the IT department issued an RFP to upgrade the existing AV equipment. The city received 3 proposals by the extended deadline of October 7th. Due to the turnover time lapse, went out to get updated quotes, and met with 3 vendors along with Eric, our new IT contractor, and just ask additional questions to get revised proposals that better reflect our needs. The goal here is just to enhance our meeting experience, enable hybrid participation, and ensure reliable streaming for public access. Here are your 3 vendors: San Antonio Sound and Light, Nelco, and Forte. And those are the quotes. San Antonio Light and Sound offers the most cost-effective, if you're going by cost, to deliver an upgraded AV equipment. Nelco proposes a full system overhaul, and so that's why they have the highest cost. Forte is primarily using your existing equipment, which is not what we kind of want to do. We don't want to stay or just Band-Aid things. Our goals here are for transparency, foster a government that is open, transparent, fiscal responsibility, make sure that we ensure responsible stewardship of public funds, and citizen involvement, make sure that we actively engage and empower our residents. Oh, was that it? Yes, so.
Okay, you
So,
recommend,
yeah, I guess that the end of the
you
side.
recommend the sound and light?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're going for the most cost-effective, if you want a whole complete overhaul, Nelco offers your complete system.
And so this
update.
money is coming out of the PEG
Funds.
fund. So what is the balance of that fund, and are we using it all, or will we have some more left over? Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, yeah.
So, we roughly, with doing the podcast and doing the equipment upgrades that we've currently done, because we had to switch over from Swagit to get the PEG channel running, we approximately have 275,000, I think, sitting over there. I have to go back and double check, but I think it's like close to 275,000 sitting over there. Just a little bit of a background. We went out for an RFP to do this building. They came in at like 250,000. And so we realized we couldn't afford that. You didn't have that much money, and there's other things we wanted to do with the PEG fund. You've had the PEG fund for over 30 years. You've never used a penny in PEG fund. The only way you can use a PEG fund is if you have a public access channel, which we have launched. So this is the second part. You've launched your public access channel. Now, therefore, we can do upgrades in order to support that channel. So what the 81,000 will get you is a split screen. So they will be able to see the city council and the PowerPoint at the same time. We should have control over individual mics, so we won't get the squealing. So instead of having one sound rating that we currently have, I can not me, but we can individually control the mic sound. The other thing is we should be DIR regulated for zooming in a council member if that needs to happen at some point. So we'll have TVs in the back. You would be able to see the person zooming in. They would be able to see y'all from their side. And so that's how we would be able to control that. And so you should be regulated in that capacity. So we'll fulfill what we've been trying to do in this facility. It is not a complete overhaul of gutting all of the system. I don't think that you need that, but it would get you to being functional, get what the citizens have been requesting, and to do that out of PEG fund channels that you have, and not touching the general fund, and being able to access funds you've been unable to do for the last 20 years.
Okay. Would you remind the council and our citizens the source of this PEG money?
Okay, so so years ago, the legislature came in and said that cable in general needed to provide a way for cities to have public access channels for the community. And so you see KLRN is a good example of that, Sesame Street. Those were public access channels funded by those. Our percentage is so small that it took so long to even build up. And so you see now a lot of smaller cities, Universal City, ourselves, I think Live Oak, are just getting on board with the PEG channel option. And now with podcasts becoming a new thing and streaming becoming a new thing, you're seeing more and more cities kind of trying to tip into that. Spectrum and some of the other places aren't really keen on giving up channels, so it's a lot harder to get those, and it took us probably a good year just to get our channel and kind of negotiating with Spectrum and some of the other streaming services. But essentially, it's money set aside from cable companies. They have to pay a fee into our system, and we get anywhere from like $1,000 to $3,000 a year, depending on how many subscribers they have.
So we do get a little bit more.
A little bit every year,
Okay,
a very
1,000 to
little. Like
3,000.
I mean, I can give you I had the
I'm just
breakdown. I think I
curious.
emailed it to y'all at one point. But it fluctuates.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I was just wondering
There's
if it
one
was
year
a
that we didn't
contingent-
get any. I mean, there's one year we didn't get any. So, but we get a fee in, and it goes into that bank, and then we use that bank in order to support your public access channel.
Okay. And does San Antonio Sound and Light give a warranty on their work?
Yes, I forgot what it was.
So I thought I included the quotes in the
It
bid
should be-
packets.
yeah, it is in there.
So for sure, all of them give you a year warranty
Okay,
with
year.
the option to
Okay,
pay in to get more.
Okay. And then we talked about the balance in the PEG, and then the timeline for completion. Do we have a?
So they are backlogged right now, and all of them are backlogged right now. So they wouldn't be able to start this project for a few months, and then
Oh,
after that, it
wow.
would take a couple of months to complete.
Okay. And then are we going to have a write-up like in the Lions Roar about our are,
I want to give them a complete package.
Okay,
So as
so you
soon
wanna
as
wait?
we're all done, I want to
Okay.
be like, here's your
Okay.
PEG channel. This is how you access it. Come check out the new city council streaming.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to showcase it a little bit, and I don't want to showcase it by pieces.
sure, I
think it
understand.
looks
And
nicer
then
when we
I
do it.
understand that we have if you don't have Spectrum, you can still get on it
Yes, you can get on
by-
Roku, and if you
Okay.
get, we've
Apple,
posted that.
Roku, yeah, you can
Okay.
get it on your app on your mobile. You can just download the Cablecast app, and you can
Okay.
see it on the go. And Leon Valley is one of the cities. City of San Antonio is another one. McAllen, you'll see a bunch of
Okay,
cities.
great.
But City of Leon Valley is definitely one of them on that app.
Well, I'm so proud of y'all's efforts. I mean, we've come into the age of technology, finally. So, good work. Thank you so much for all your efforts. Yes, Counselor Campos.
Thank you for your presentation. Very helpful. Thank you for all the remarks as well. Just wanted to ask a question. Do we have experience with this company?
So this company has always been trying to dip in and then done like maybe a couple of small projects here and there, but they haven't done a project with Leon Valley that we've tried to get them to be awarded with. This would be the first big project that we would award to them. In the past, we've used audio, visual, sound, and aids, and but they have done work with other cities.
Okay.
And so we've got.
Oh, yeah. All these
Check
three
the
companies
references.
right here are who you'll see around City of San Antonio. They've done work for City of San Antonio, City of McAllen, City of Converse, things like that.
Okay.
And they have done a little bit of work for us.
They
So,
have,
yes.
okay.
And we've been satisfied with that work.
Right, so Brooks, the salesperson, one of the managers there, he's been, always coming over here, ready to try to get us to update our conference center, if I could just get money for that, so.
And then just to put a fine point on it, we're using PEG funds.
Yes, sir.
Which are restricted in
Yes,
the
sir.
way they're used, and this fits the use of that. It's not
Yes,
like
sir.
we can take the PEG balance and pull it over to the general fund just for other uses. It's very
sir.
specific on how it's.
Very
being-
specific, and it's gonna be, because we're broadcasting this on our PEG channel, like right now, that's why we can use it to upgrade the equipment.
Perfect. Thank you.
Very good. Yes, Counselor Marsh.
So since this low bid uses some of our existing equipment, does it do anything to help our reliability issues that we've sometime encountered?
No, because he will do a complete overhaul of the speakers. We're gonna get new Shure mics and things like that. So, it's gutting a little bit, but not everything. We're getting a new Crestron, which it's needed, right? Forte, on the other hand, wasn't even gonna replace our Crestron equipment.
Say
and
that
so-
word again, please?
Forte?
Forte, the company?
No, the
No, Crush.
Crestron. So our system is Crestron and Extron. So we're going to get into the weeds over here, but Crestron and Extron, it's been in here since 2016, since we bought the building. 10 years, it's technology, so it's time to replace. So Forte was just basically gonna put updates onto the current system. So if you have an Apple iPhone and you keep it for so long, you can only do so many updates, right? And so to me, it was time to replace some of the hard equipment that needed to be done. San Antonio Sound and Light, and I understand people's concern because it is a low bid and there's always that discrepancy, but they are a vendor. So I think because of the way that they purchase, they're able to kind of be competitive in that market. Our reliability in here hasn't had anything to do with even your current equipment. Your reliability in here has had to do with switching out equipment. So like we went from Swagit, we've gone to switching from Swagit to we were with Revise and switching. So that's a streaming issue, not having anything to do with our equipment. It has to do with our updates. We've also had issue with your electricity going down in here, and so then that shuts off your Wi-Fi, and so that's your reliability. That has nothing to do with really the equipment in here. So I just want to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Counselor Orozco.
I was going to ask, but Crystal, there's a big disparity between the 81,000 and 75. It's almost $100,000 difference. And then I know you had mentioned, what is it that we're missing that Nelco Media is offering that San Antonio Sound and Light is not?
A complete overhaul in the fact that they would transform that room there with new shelving, spacing, mounting, and everything like that. And so it's all the little weeds that you're looking at. Even taking out all your microphones here and replacing with the new just spacers and
and gaskets and things like that. Everything kind of adds up. But they do have a different style of equipment. And I did notice that their TV that they're speccing out is way more than what San Antonio Lights and Sound is speccing out. So it's just the variances in the brand, I guess, of equipment, and then the quantity of materials.
Okay.
So I always say that y'all are Ford Focus, not Bentley, right? We're not trying to spend all our money. You have other uses, and when things go out, I want to make sure that you have money left in there to be able to do those things. I don't want to spend $175,000 and leave you with nothing, because we want to do a podcast. Well, that equipment, the mics, the stuff that goes along with that all costs money. So I would like to make sure we're getting the best bang for our buck, and not just buying the Cadillac of things or replacing things just because we can. I want to make sure that there's a need for that replacement. And so one of the big things that I don't need a 52-inch TV for y'all, to be able to see. I want to make sure you can get an LC, or it doesn't have to be Sony, 10 gigabyte. That's just not needed in this room.
The latest high-def cameras so we can
Zoom
see
in,
everyone's
yeah.
pores.
Yeah, we don't need that.
So what are the other expenses besides this? You're saying podcasting costs money too?
Yeah, so you have to buy
And so-
you have to buy mics, you
So-
want to set up and do
Configure
the
the
room.
room.
Yeah.
So you have some other itemization for the rest of the money that you
Correct.
want to use?
Yes, and that will
you'll-
come out in your budget, and when
Okay,
we go through the
all right.
budgetary process, I don't just spend to spend.
Yeah, I mean,
Y'all did budget in the PEG channel for this year to do the room.
Right.
We did have some other itemizations for some upgrades in mics and some furniture for the podcast rooms, but I would like to upgrade our camera system when she goes out and does interviews, to be able to stream on your PEG channel. We want to make sure that the quality is good for the camera. We want to purchase a really good camera. We want to purchase good mics for on-site interviews. So there's stuff that some equipment we need to purchase. Maybe a boom mic, when we do, if we do a grand opening, we would stream the grand opening. We would do a boom mic and a camera to be able to do that. Really highlight your PEG channel for the people at home, getting your subscribers up, and viewing your PEG channel, whether it's via mobile or social media, trying to really highlight the good part of our community. But all that equipment costs money. But yes, of course, when we get ready for the budget process, we'll be able to do that. I wanted to do this piece first because it's been pending for so long. The other thing is that if we get moving on this, then we'll come for a budget adjustment if we want to spend additional funds from the PEG channel.
Okay, do we have a monthly fee with Spectrum?
Yes, but I don't remember what it is.
I mean, I'm just saying, we've already expended some funds. This is
yes,
this is not
yes,
our
ma'am.
first. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, we had to,
And-
just to get cable cast equipment in here was like $10,000.
Right.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay. Anything else? All right, so what's the pleasure of the council? Which vendor would you like to choose?
I'll make the motion, I guess.
Yes, sir.
So I'd like to approve, a recommendation to approve 10.3, having the City Council Chambers Technology Upgrade Project approved with San Antonio Sound and Light for $81,634.
Okay, yes.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilor Orozco and a second by Councilor Mersch to approve 10.3 as presented. This is a contract for roughly $81,000 to San Antonio Sound and Light for the upgrade in our council chambers. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The motion does carry. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. All right, going to agenda item number 11, request from members of City Council to add items to future agenda. Anyone have anything that they'd like to note? Okay, seeing none, then before we adjourn, we do need to go back into executive session 2.1, and this is approximately 7:33 to further our discussion on the silo project. So we stand in recess until we get back. Thank you.
that's just limiting.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're back.
I did. Sent me a postcard that he got after the stop. It's not a postcard, it's the Lions Road. And it just came in, he got it late. We can't control post office, but yeah. No, you have to wait for ours.
Okay, so we are back from executive session at what time? Let's see. 7:55. And we do have a motion. Counselor Mersch.
I move that we request that the city manager draw up a development agreement with the details as discussed in executive session.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Counselor Mersch and a second by Counselor Orozco to direct the city manager to draw up a development agreement with RC Bandaru, BANDARU, as discussed in executive session. And I believe we'll hopefully have that in the April timeframe. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion does carry. Just want to make a point of reference, point of personal privilege here, just for the people that are online and in the chambers. We've got a win-win agreement, I believe, on the table to save the silos. So we're not going to be tearing them down. So just want to put that on the record. But we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much for coming back with a positive proposal, and we greatly appreciate all that you've put into it. And thank the staff for their guidance as well. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so without further objection, we move to adjourn at 7:57 on March the 3rd. All righty, thank you all very much. Have a good evening.
Three, yeah. But I understand they're carrying it out to 30 minutes each, so at least. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we got some new cameras.
No doctor's appointments. Lots of doctor's appointments for me. Yes.